Cześć kochani, witam serdecznie w dzisiejszym odcinku. Nie ukrywam, że nagrywam tuż po poprzednim, a już w głowie mi siedzi, czy odpowiedzieliście na moje pytania. Ja chcę wiedzieć, ja nie mogę się doczekać. Zwłaszcza odpowiedzi na jedno pytanko odnośnie tego urządzenia przy uszach. Jeśli nie wiecie, o czym mówię, jeśli nie odpowiedzieliście albo zapomnieliście napisać komentarz, to słuchajcie, wracajcie do poprzedniego odcinka z fabuły, obejrzyjcie, wpiszcie tam odpowiedź w komentarzach. No a cóż, ja po prostu wam odpowiem, ponieważ nie wiem, czy zwróciliście uwagę. Ostatnio całkiem dobrze sobie radzę z miarę szybkimi odpowiedziami na wasze komentarze. No i cóż, słuchajcie, nie przedłużam, zaczynamy! Słuchajcie, tak jak zakończyliśmy poprzedni odcinek, dzisiejszym celem jest poznanie oczywiście kolegi Tinariego. Oczywiście Tinari znowu mi się wtrąca. Jak nagrywałam po raz pierwszy przywitanie, to też się wtrącił i przez niego musiałam zaczynać od nowa. A z kolei na poprzednim odcinku wtrącił się nam w pożegnanie. Takie nieładnie, Tinari.
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
We are not here to discuss academics.
Here! This is a letter from Tainari!
Oh, let me see. Ah! Ooh, what a relief. You two really scared the life out of me. So you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Ooh.
Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
No to teraz jest takie, stracili swojego Gaon Archona. Pojawiła się ona jako taka mała, można powiedzieć, że dziewczynka, tak? I ani razu nie pojawiła się publicznie. Oni kochali poprzedniego swojego Archona. Takie przez to, że oni teraz nie czują twojej obecności, mogą jakby nie chcieć cię pokochać. No bo takie, kogo kochać? Jesteś dla nich takim duchem, no. Dajcie znać, czy też macie tego typu podejście i ogólnie, czy oglądacie na YouTubeku, TikToku, czy gdziekolwiek jakieś takie ala teorie spiskowe odnośnie właśnie tutaj przeróżnych postaci, historii w Genshinie i tak dalej. Ja na przykład dzisiaj trafiłam na, wydaje mi się, że stary filmik, ale dość ciekawy, o waypointach i okazało się, że one mają totalnie, zupełnie inne znaczenie niż człowiek mógłby podejrzewać, więc polecam wygooglać i dajcie znać, czy chcielibyście, bym coś takiego porobiła również wam. Nie ukrywam, prawdopodobnie miałabym z tym problem, ale moglibyśmy na przykład po prostu zrobić jakiś live, gdzie bym tłumaczyła wam te materiały, które poznajdowałam, czy coś w ten desen, nie wiem. Nie przemyślałam tego, ale tak. Możecie się wypowiadać w sekcji komentarzy, czy chcielibyście właśnie jakieś tego typu teorie posłuchać. No i cóż, lecimy dalej.
Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
So, by area of expertise...
Hey, come on! This is a survival skill at the academia.
Aw, Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here.
No, there's still one other person we know.
Huh? Like who?
Ad Astra Abyssos!
Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
Ogólnie odnośnie tych teorii, o których wam mówiłam, na przykład, czy słyszeliście teorię, że Katrin to tak naprawdę jest robot, że to jest seria robotów, która niestety, ale tak naprawdę służy do przekazywania wiadomości o wszystkim, co robimy dla treasure holders, dla hiliczurów itd., itd.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Zaraz wam pokażę
Hello,
więcej.
traveler Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with
Widzicie? Aż zapauzuję. Widzicie tą dziurkę od klucza? Podobno jest ona właśnie robotem, który przez użycie klucza może zostać wyłączony. Dajcie znać, co sądzicie o całej tej teorii. Ja nie mogę się już doczekać sekcji komentarzy. No i cóż, lecimy dalej.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any
Jestem ciekawa,
relevant
co to jest.
information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asphalt, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar.
Thanks so much, Ken. Thanks a bunch, Catherine.
You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Szybciej wydaje mi się, że będzie się teleportować. Dobrze, że te teleporciki mamy teraz porobione. Oczywiście jak jest znajdźka, to biorę. Czemu nie? No i cóż, chyba po prostu zeskoczymy, tak będzie szybciej.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asan. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Tak podejrzewałam.
Seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in
Bo ona się ani razu nie pokazała i to o to chodzi.
What's that?
Kochali poprzedniego, a ona...
Academia, for example.
Oj.
They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late greater Lord Rugadavada.
Słuchajcie, uderzyłam biedny mikrofon i sorki, jeśli teraz wam hałasuję. Ale takie uderzyłam, słuchajcie, mój własny bryloczek. Nie wiem, czy widzieliście. Istnieje właśnie takich kilka i jest możliwość zakupu, widzicie jak się pięknie mieni na pomarańczowo i niebiesko. Jest możliwość zakupu go, jeśli chcecie się więcej na ten temat dowiedzieć, to zapraszam na live'y, słuchajcie, coraz mniej sztuk, a w ogóle jeśli chodzi o popsokety, to dalej istnieją, oj, wzięłam z karteczką, dalej istnieją, ale została już tylko... Tak w zasadzie zostały już tylko 3 sztuki. Tylko 3. Takie... Nigdy nie sądziłam, że coś takiego będę miała, więc stwierdziłam, że wykorzystam to, że biedny proroczek uderzyłam i że się wam pochwalę, więc wracam na mikro i wracamy do nagrywania.
In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugadavada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
To czekajcie, poprzedni Archon to też była ona? Ja myślałam, że to był on.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
All right. Well,
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Seems Osfund was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyazad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
Can you tell us the legend?
Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
What an amazing story.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyazad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Co się stało?
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
I think it has something to do with those people over there.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyazad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now! Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyazad!
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
Czy Paimon właśnie ich zmyliła?
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyazad.
O mykie, Paimon, nie doceniałam twojego geniuszu! Takie, widzieliście to? Ale z drugiej strony takie, Paimon, nie za łatwo ci przychodzą te kłamstwa. takie... To było dla niej takie easy peasy.
There you are, Dunyazad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there are some coming this way.
Coś ty sobie przeskrywała, kobieto.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
How about we find some place to hide?
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
O nie, czy to będzie kolejne takie bieganie i niech cię nikt nie złapie? Na szczęście nie, bo powiem wam, że nie idzie mi to dobrze w Genshinie. Jest to jedna z moich słabości, można powiedzieć. Kto by był na live'ach i widział męczarnię, ten wie. No, fajny klimat. Sama bym przyszła do takiego miejsca.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able
Tak
to find
zupełnie
us
inaczej
now.
niż wszystko inne.
Wait, stand down, Dehya.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street.
Czyli
Just a
Dehya
moment
jest
ago.
jej podwładną.
They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyazad's bodyguard, here to see that
Jej
she returns home
ochroniarz.
safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyazad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
Takie nie mogę wręcz się, słuchajcie, tak przestać, no o Jezu, zachwycać. Jakby słuchajcie, no design ma cudny ta Dehya. Takie ma uszka, a nie niby uszka, ma przepiękne oczy. W końcu mają tutaj jakiś inny makijaż, bo zazwyczaj mamy tutaj lekki, taki pomarańczowy wokół oczu. Ten ubiór, wszystko takie... Mam nadzieję, że już niedługo wyjdzie, choć nie ukrywam, póki co ja dalej czekam na Nilą.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again? Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dehya, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dehya, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
Czy myślicie, że właśnie Xanali ją
Are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
uratowała?
Yes, I'm sure. At least it is to me.
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dehya. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my
Wybaczcie,
lady.
mam
I did
telefon.
say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation.
Wróciłam, no i słuchajcie, nie ukrywam, że jak zobaczyłam, jaką długość ma poprzedni odcinek, to w zasadzie i tak będziemy zaraz kończyć.
Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins.
Ooh.
As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Dunyazad, are you alright?
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
No to cóż, odpoczniemy sobie. Ciekawe, co zamówimy.
Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
No need to break the bank, we'll eat wherever you order.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
Picky Paimon? Now that's a first.
Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know. Dunyazad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyazad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyazad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Jaki cute rysunek.
Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyazad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But, can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samia, deserts, and all of Tibet. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tibet.
So you believe the voice you heard was...
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zero's festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zero's festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along. Dehya, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Can we also come along?
But of course. Emilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Słuchajcie, nie ukrywam, nie mogę się doczekać, aż poznamy Nilę. Niestety, kochani, to już będzie kolejny odcinek. Także mam nadzieję, że dobrze się bawiliście. Jeśli tak, to koniecznie zostawcie kciuki w górę. Jak jeszcze nie subskrybujecie, no to na co czekacie? Come on! Kliknijcie przycisk subskrybuj, kliknijcie dzwoneczek, żeby nie przegapiać żadnych nowych materiałów. No i cóż, do zobaczenia wkrótce. Pa, pa!